what's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And my friends, we have yet another amazing guest this morning, returning guest, one of my all-time faves, a great friend of the show, friend of the community, friend of mine, somebody who's become a sort of a staple in our space and industry. You know him, you love him, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Phil Koberger. What's up, brother?
Hey, Johnny. Nice to see you.
How the hell are you, man?
I'm great. Good to see you, Dave.
Chilly up your way. We're actually. I tell you, I open up my back door and I am like, it's not normal. You know, it's hurricanes. Now it's a cold front.
Yeah.
I am.
It's a little chilly. My kids love it, but
Yeah.
But it's up in Georgia, not too bad. It'll get warmer over the weekend and then get cold again.
Well, we're in Florida, as you know, so I'm taking it a day at a time in this crazy world of weather down here that we're experiencing over the last month or so.
Well, I'm glad everything worked out for you. I'm glad you're back to normal. You know, all the hurricane crap is almost.
Yeah, I wouldn't say back to normal, but you know, it's my neighbors down. Did you guys get any impact from that?
Not really. We were supposed to, but we didn't.
Okay. All right, my friends. Well, you know, Phil, you love Phil. Phil is back here. We're going to talk about all things his journey. Take us back, man, to the beginning and talk to us a little bit about kind of what you were looking for when you were getting into this, and tell the dadgum story in a nutshell about, you know, getting fired from your job. I always love to hear that one.
Yeah, well, June of 2021 is when I came across Legendary, but how I came across Legendary is a little different. My daughter wanted TikTok, and I downloaded TikTok just to make sure that it was an okay app for her to look at. I looked at it, and the first thing I opened up was somebody twerking, and after 20 minutes of looking at that, I said, "No, I don't think this is the right thing for my daughter." But you know, what really got me was, you know, I was scrolling along because most of the time I've been in a job for over 20 years, and it was at a point where I was just tired. You know, I started doing affiliate marketing and starting doing online business at 54 years old. Prior to that, it was more of a managerial position with an HVAC supply house. And it was kind of a grueling job. It was getting worse as far as technology went, as far as I was wearing more hats, and I was working 6 days a week. It was on call. So I was hardly getting to see my kids grow up. You know, I've got kids now that are 21, 17, and 12. So I was missing a lot of good things. I was missing their baseball games. I was missing my daughter's dances. And, you know, and I got to a point where I said to myself, look, I got to weigh this out. Do I want to work harder so they can have a better life and that they can do different things? Or do I want to kind of just relax a little bit and just kind of try something new? Or I was looking for something. So scrolling around, I found a gentleman that was going live, and he was teaching affiliate marketing. He was talking about it. The gentleman name is Calvin Hill. If you know him, he talks about crypto now. But back to 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years now, he was just teaching affiliate marketing, showing how it works. And it was very intriguing. I was very skeptical. I didn't really, you know, I never heard of it. And most people don't know what affiliate marketing is. And even today, when I talk to people and they ask me what I do, and I talk about digital marketing, affiliate marketing, they have no clue. But I wanted to research it. He was showing some income claims. You know, he was just showing some things that he was making money with, and I was very intrigued. So I researched it a little bit. He had an ebook that I looked at, and he recommended your course. Went through it. Got real excited about it. I went through every piece of it, and I bought everything that I wanted to make this work. You know, you offered an upgrade in there to the blueprints, and I wanted to make sure that I got everything that I needed to get out there and do what was necessary to get everything done to get to the point where I wanted to be. I didn't want to have to go, you know, because I was looking at a lot of things and I had to make that decision. Do I really want to go search YouTube? Because I didn't have the time. I worked 6 days a week. I didn't have the time to kind of research as much as I possibly can. And I watched this gentleman, use your program to make money. And I was like, okay, he got that education from Dave Sharpe. So let me just look at it and get everything I can possibly need, and then just go out there and do it. So I did. And here's where the story gets a little crazy. I really enjoyed going through the challenge. I loved it. And then I said to myself, after I bought the blueprints and gone through a couple of things in the blueprints, I'm like, I got this. How hard can this be, right? And I went out there and I tried to promote a couple of things. And I started with this a PLR product, which was a cryptocurrency book that I knew nothing about. And I made $12.88. And I was like, holy shit, this stuff works. And then I didn't make anything after that. It was just like a fluke that I made some money. And I couldn't make any money for 3 months, 4 months, and I didn't know what was going on. So I had a meeting with one of the marketing guys out in your company at the time. His name was Drew. And I said, what am I doing wrong? And he said, you bought the blueprints, right? I said, yeah. He goes, did you actually go through them? I said, well, not really. So stupid me, I felt, and this is what a lot of people feel. And I have come to see that a lot of people will buy something just to feel that they've got everything. I've got it now. I bought the product, but they don't really go through it. They kind of, just like I did. I was like, man, I got this. But then I went back to it, and then I really studied what things meant, and I really went through and I started implementing what you were teaching, and then things started to work for me. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's starting to work. I get it. There's a point when you start doing this, when you have no clue what this is, and then you start learning and implementing and doing. You learn it, you do it, and then I started teaching about it. Wow, you get to this point where your brain goes, oh, I get it, right? It's just a snap. Holy crap, I get it now, right? So at that point, I was like, okay, now I'm going full steam, and I went full in on it. I started going live in my truck. I started going live at night. I started going live at lunchtime, just to report to people on what I was learning. I was like, holy crap, do you know about this stuff? You know about affiliate marketing? Do you know how that you can go out there and, sell people some stuff and get paid a commission for it? You don't have to deal with, worrying about refunds and all that. So I went through the whole story of that, and people were intrigued about, I think I got more people excited about it because I was excited about it. And I was showing my excitement through my lives, and people were just like, man, it sounds really fun. It seems like you're having a good time with it. Have you made any money? Not yet, but I tell you what, it's a great concept. I'm loving it. I'm starting to make maybe a little bit here and there, but not life-changing yet. But let me tell you something, there's potential, and I can see myself making some money. Well, about 6 months down the road, actually, it was 3.5 months down the road, I started making some really good money, 4 and 5 figure months. And then I was like, holy crap, this is really good. But in the interim of that, where I worked, somebody was researching me online, and they saw me. And I was filming some of the things that I was doing in the parking lot of my work, and it showed the business name in the background. And I assume they contacted me and said, you shouldn't be doing that at work. I said, well, I'm at lunch, I'm missing that. Anyway, long story short, just a month or two later than that, they let me go. And it was devastating. I was at this company for 19 and a half years. And, I got let go, and I knew, now I'm in this business for about 1.5 years now. And I knew that, okay, it's devastating to me. It's devastating to the family. I'm, making over 6 figures a year with that company. And I said to myself, well, you better film this, because this is going to be some really good content later on. So I got home, didn't tell my wife for a full day. I didn't tell my wife, and I was upset. I got to my house. I wanted to film how I felt that day, because I wanted to make sure that I reminded myself of those feelings, so that I knew that, okay, my only alternative right now is, let's go full head on in with this online business. You're doing well. Let's just keep the momentum going. Let's just, head first, keep in touch with the people that are positive and stay away from the negative people. I surrounded myself with people that were encouraging me to do better, encouraging me to, let's keep moving with this, Phil. You can do this. It's a blessing that you've lost your job and but in the meantime, I'm filming myself. Well, today is October 12th, 2023. And my eyes were swollen, tears in my eyes. And I lost my job today. And I just went through this whole thing. And I was told by another mentor of mine that said, look, when your content is low and you're getting low views and you're not getting a lot of sales, put that one out there. So anyway, long story short, yeah, I lost my job, went full in on this, been doing it 3 years now, about 2 years full time. I love it. I enjoy it. I teach it. I go live most of the time to teach affiliate marketing and to teach about this business. And I feel that is my best form of content. A lot of people have different ways of filming content. I do film short form videos online. Of course, that brings in people. There's different types of content pillars that you use. But for me, I love to go live. I love to teach people. I love to kind of want people to see who I am, to kind of have that same feeling that I have, and the just to be able to push that energy out to people and let them know that this is real good, fun stuff, and you can learn it too. So here I am today, and this is about the 4th time I've been on your show, and I love it. I've been to masterminds, and you've been kind enough to ask me to teach a little bit there, and absolutely had lots of fun. And what a great, wonderful industry to be around. People that are like-minded, want to do the same thing, and be able to convey that to others is just a fantastic way to live my life, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, for sure, man. And finding out that it's legitimate, right? Finding out that it's legitimate. I think you probably hear this as much as anybody out there. It's real. Is this real? How do you answer that question? Because if you put nothing into it, if you do nothing, it's not going to be real. When somebody says real, they mean basically what they're asking, I almost feel like, is, can you guarantee that I can make money or that I can be successful with this? I don't really know that people mean when they say, is this real? If I put in the work to this, is that so? How do you kind of? Do you also believe that that's just kind of subconsciously or consciously kind of the foundation objection to getting started? And when you hear that come up, what do you say to it?
Well, I think that 5 years ago, people didn't know. People thought anybody that making money online was scammy, because you see all these. A lot of the content that was put out back then were more like late night TV shows, those late night infomercials, and a lot of people didn't like that. They felt slimy and scammy, and a lot of things that were out there were that way, until as the years have gone by and social media started getting more and more profound, changing people's lives in different ways. TikTok came around, and then Instagram started coming around, and people started using it as a form of advertising and finding out about affiliate marketing. I feel that people nowadays, from then till nowadays, people are learning more and more that this digital world we live in, we can monetize and we can make money with it. It's starting to become more of the norm than anything else before. It's harder to convince people or persuade people to understand what it is, especially in the Gen X generation, or people that don't like to listen to bullshit, excuse me, but they don't. They want to know, give me the details. Tell me what this is. Tell me if this is legit. Give me, don't give me any of the crap that a lot of people are pushing out there. Just tell me, how are people making money? Can you tell me? So what I do is, in order to get over that objection for people, I offer free chats to people. I say, hey, look, you click the link, set up a calendar day with me, or 15, 20 minutes with me. Let's talk about the questions that you have. And I try to get over their objections with it. And it usually, when they sit and talk to somebody, I think just people want somebody to talk to be honest with you. And that's what I have found. I found that a lot of people, I mean, as soon as I put these free chats up there, I got my whole calendar for the month of October was booked. And hey, let's talk. And I've gotten a lot of people just to understand what it was. And I was able to give more examples and explain it in detail how things can work. And not sending them to an ebook. My ebook to people was a chat, and explaining to them. And because you can answer questions in that way. And I wanted people so desperately to understand what this was and how it works without any question. And by the time they left these chats, usually my chats are 15 to a half hour. I'm such a talker. I'll do it for an hour. And my wife's like, "You getting paid for that?" I'm like, "Well, it was kind of a free, chat that I offer, but I just love it so much. And I help people so much in that manner. They do make their own decision at the end. Is this right for you? That's all they want to know is it right for them? And then they make the decision. Some people will go all in. Some people will say, "Thank you for telling me. Now I understand, and I'll do what I can." So yeah, I think that's the best way around it.
And these calls that you're offering or have been offering are not just nonprofit. You are doing affiliate marketing, or you are implementing these core four business models that we teach and talk about right here at Legendary, which is creating courses, doing coaching, doing events, selling affiliate products or selling digital products as an affiliate. It's four ways to monetize a an email opt-in. It's four ways to monetize a phone call. It's four ways to monetize a webinar. It's four ways to monetize a social media post. From any of these mediums, you can offer a course, a coaching program, an event, or another person's digital product as an affiliate. Is it smart to just blast your offer all over every profile email? No. It's smart to have a process. It's smart to know what you're doing, to have some training. You guys are listening to Phil's, fourth episode and third year in this industry, with some experience. You actually were an advisor here at Legendary for some time. You experienced what that was like, what it was like to kind of work on the inside of our company. And you've done a lot of things. I mean, you've grown, I think, in so many different ways. It's really incredible. How do you look back over these last 3 years in terms of your skill development and personal development, I guess, even? But if you want to just stick to skill development, that's fine. Because I want you to talk to people who are looking at this like, is this going to just be worth my time financially? And it's just a financial transactional thing, almost like they're buying a stock or something. But talk to us a little. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking about all the different things that you're doing now and have done, and all these abilities that you have. Not that you couldn't speak on the phone or Zoom to somebody before, but you certainly understand what to do with somebody now on a call in this business and how to monetize them. You worked at an auto parts. Was it your job that you had? What were you guys selling though?
Oh, so I worked for an HVAC supply house.
Okay. If you would have in that particular job, you learned how to do that really well too. After how many years did you say? 15 or 25?
20 years.
Okay, 20 years.
It was a temporary position.
And you needed a very specific person who either had their AC was broke or they needed a new install. You likely knew how to talk to that person. Once you left that company, that didn't apply in another industry except just the personal skills of learning to talk to somebody, in which you had those. And I always say to you guys, the skills that you've developed your whole life are still useful here.
That's right.
But now you've come in the last 3 years and developed this when you finally, went through the training and started really kind of saying, hey, there's something here for me to learn more than just a slot machine lever to pull. Talk to us about that journey of being a I'm going to give you the middle-aged man label. Being a middle-aged man, okay? Learning these new skills. I mean, can you teach an old dog? I did call you an old dog. New tricks?
Honestly, yes. Well, here's the deal. The difference between, age is really not the thing. People just think that way. I believe in my whole heart that if you want to make a change, it's up to you to make a change, no matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you're in. The thing that people get hung up on is the fact that security is a huge problem with people, or as you get older, people think that they've worked hard enough already and don't want to work hard anymore. But I've come across a lot of people that are just at a point where they're just tired, right? That are just been through their lives. They've worked 30 or 40 years and they're just done.
Mm,
So my job is to convey to them that, look, the difference between you and I is just knowledge. That's it. Knowledge and a little gumption, right? Just a little bit of oomph in your life. If you want to make that change, all you have to do is learn something new and then monetize that. Make it something that you can teach. And the thing about Gen Xers or people that are in my age grade, it's better for we have more information than the younger person that I can teach people and talk to people about. I've been through a lot of shit. You've been through a lot of stuff in your life as well. So I can actually relay that to people in this business. And if I've learned something throughout my life and be able to teach it to somebody else and come out with an ebook on how, I'm a first time, like a real estate agent. I tell real estate agents all the time, teach people how to first time home buyers how to buy a house because they don't know. Sell a little book about it, $27. Just teach people, make your content about it. But, as far as your question about teaching old dogs new tricks, it's just a matter of a mindset. And that's, 90, in my opinion, 90% of this business is it's up in your brain and your mindset. Everything else is more mechanics and dynamics of what you do. I feel that my job is to make sure to allow people an opening in their lives it's hard to get past what they've been conditioned to believe throughout their life. But it has to be a point where you're either fed up with something, there's got to be a breaking point in your life. And that it was for me and a lot of people that I speak to, there's always a breaking point. And then when I stopped thinking about how much money, the money, because I thought about, wow, I'm going to be rich. A lot of people think that right out the gate. They see a lot of people throwing these income claims up. Wow, I'm going to be this rich person. And then they realize that it takes actual work to do this. And it's not 2 hours a day, but you do see people say, I work 2 hours a day, maybe because they've been doing it for a while. They've established a business. They've got it going. The automations are happening, right? That 2 hours a day is just a little bit of tweaks. But anyway, I kind of veered off of your question, but teaching older people how to do this, it's just like teaching anybody else. You just have to convince them that it's in your brain, man. You gotta be able to want it. And that's with anything, really. You gotta be able to want it. It's in your brain. You have to change that mind to the traditional thinking that, hey, because that's what I thought in that old company that I was working for. I'm gonna be here till I'm 70. Right? I'm gonna have to work till I'm 70. That's how much money I'm out of until I'm 70 years old. I'm not gonna get a raise. I'm at the top of my game here. Unless I get a second job somewhere, I'm not going to make anywhere. So, learning the skills of digital marketing, learning how to promote other people's products, and learning how to attract an audience of people, selling from one to many is a huge skill to learn. And the law of attraction says that the more people that I get to listen to me, the more sales I'll make. Right. And it's just a matter of, it's a numbers game. So
Yeah.
I'll shut up right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I love that I can just ask you a 15-second question and you give me a 8-minute answer. It makes my, you know what I mean? It's like the best
To make
interview.
your job a little easier.
Yeah. I mean, tired of carrying this damn show. No.
And that's why when I do my chats, that's why, I talk forever and but I do have a plan in my chat that I talk to people about. I do offer an offer at the end of my chats to,
Yeah.
for what they're looking for. And I do make offers to them. And I
Yeah.
do have mentorship programs, of course. I mean, I'm not there, just to play games. I want to be able to teach, and I do run a business, and I want to be able to, give people value in that way. So,
And I mean, and I've said this for a long time, man. For number one, your income is totally capped by your creativity and your ability to be able to kind of get people to reach out to you, right? So what you're doing is acting as like a personal side hustle consultant, you know what I mean?
pretty much.
And I want to kind of give everybody an idea of like how can you do this? Like what Phil just brought up is kind of like a really powerful marketing strategy. I've been doing it for 15. I did it when I got started 15 years ago because social media wasn't what it is now. And I actually had to get on the phone with people and talk, act as if I knew what I was talking about or had confidence. I did in some regard. In other regards, I was referring them to people so I didn't have to totally be the expert. That's the beauty of affiliate marketing. That's what we're trying to tell you all is that you don't have to be the expert. Even if you get on a phone call with somebody, have you ever just kicked the frickin' cam with somebody? Have you ever just shot the bull? Have you ever just like, and you may say to yourself, well, I can't do this. I'm bad at conversation or whatever. Well, you're bad because you don't practice. You've probably sat in a cubicle or you just haven't developed that talking. Just even talking on a live or doing what we're doing now takes practice to get comfortable asking questions and or just talking, and you can prepare to give yourself bullet points or write notes so you can keep yourself on track. Whether people don't realize this, whether you're speaking in front of an audience, public speaking, whether you're talking to somebody, you can prepare in whatever way that's going to make you comfortable to be able to be successful with it. But the point is that getting on a phone call in a sea of social media where everybody is just saying, click the link, click the link, click the link is one of the reasons why we've done that at Legendary, got on the phone, Zoom with people since the beginning of our company, because it just allows people to have a conversation with a real human being, and it makes all the world of difference. And so for those of you who are sitting out here with not getting a lot of followers, not getting a lot of leads, why don't you figure out ways to make the most of what you have and squeeze every drop out of the small audience that you have and begin to offer a similar offer, which is a second income consultation, right? A second income consultation call, a side hustle consultation call, to where you are going to literally act as the Uber of making money, where you don't have to own the vehicle. You don't have to own the app. You don't even have to own the things that you're talking on. Maybe you own your phone. I don't know. And you literally say, hey, what you looking to do?
It's just a basic conversation. That's all we're doing is having conversations. People want that.
I've got this training over here that sounds perfect for what you're talking about. I actually took it. It's great. I am an affiliate of it, which means I get a compensation if you take it, but that's not why I'm recommending it. You pay the same price whether you buy it through me or not.
Right.
It's how I get compensated to give you this advice. They actually pay people like us to spread the word, especially if we have experience with the course like I do. This sounds great. It sounds perfect for you. I'd really recommend it. You could start for a couple of bucks or whatever it is. That doesn't have to be it could be anything. You could do this in any niche.
That's right.
You act as the marketing. It's interesting because this is happening in all types of industries, Phil. This affiliate marketing model. It's even happening. I've got a call today with some, attorneys who are doing medical revenue recovery. And they're a firm who's looking for people to find them clients, big hospitals or doctors' offices to go back and find their out of network unpaid bills to collect for them from the insurance companies and so forth. My point here is that even that business model requires affiliate partners to go out and connect with these doctors to connect them with the legal office, and then the legal office splits 50% of the fees with the affiliate. This model is all over.
It is.
And you guys are, I see a lot of people wasting a lot of time with is this real, or I'm worried about what my family thinks, or yada, yada, when friends, you're wasting time on something that it's step zero stuff. It's like, if you want to be rich, if you want to be successful, you have to figure out how to breeze through this contemplation stage where you're so worried and overthinking and overanalyzing, and strike while the iron's hot. It is hot right now. How did you move through some of that? Like, worried about what the wife, or worried about what the family, or worried about all this. I mean, you are a deep feeling guy. You're not an insensitive guy. I know you. How did you move through that, caring less about what other people think, and also some of the, which we already addressed, is this real crap, the skepticism? But
well, I'm getting better at this, but I'm full of anxiety. I was always the what if guy, or what if it doesn't work out, or what if I spend all of this time and I spend all of this money and it's just a waste of my time and I don't learn anything, or it just turns out to be some sort of scam, or what if friends or family see me online, and all of that came to mind, all of it. But I'm originally from New Jersey, and that little part of me comes out every once in a while, and that part is, who gives a crap? Because a lot of people will ask me, well, Phil, I'm a little shy, and do I really have to show my face online and this and that? So my response to that is, no, you don't have to show your face, but the major part of this business is for people to know you, like you, and trust you. And you wouldn't buy anything from somebody you didn't see or looked at or talked to. And how can I trust somebody I can't see? Now, faceless accounts are certainly good accounts, and people do make money doing that, and that's fine. But for me, my response to that is, nobody gives a crap what you look like. Nobody cares if you're black, white, green, yellow, purple. Nobody cares if you're going bald. Nobody cares if you got glasses. Nobody cares if you got gray. Nobody gives a crap. What people care about is what's in it for me. What do you got for me, Phil? I'm scrolling, and I see you come up. I don't care. What's for me? What do you got for me? What can you offer me that's going to stop the scroll? So that is what people care about. If I had 3 eyes on my head, maybe that'll stop the scroll a little quicker, but I'm telling you, nobody cares what you look like, because if they didn't like what you said, guess what? They ain't going to see you anymore. Right? And on any of these apps, it's going to be that way. So I had to get over that. And that was my realization of, hey, look, I don't care what people think. I know that what I promote, or what I deal with, or what I've been learning is exciting, has made me some money. I'm not going to, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not anybody that is going to preach millionaire status. I'm not going to promise the world to people. I'm just going to say, look, I've been in a situation of, this is my story. This is why I'm doing this. And instead of going out and getting another job and trading all that time for money, it's not advantageous to me, because my goals are to be more with my family, be more with my kids, be more having a life. So in order to do that, I needed to make the decision of, hey, let's do something that can give me more time. And this type of business gives me more time. And I love that. But is it easy? No, it's a simple concept. Affiliate marketing is a simple concept. Very simple. You recommend something to somebody else, you like it, they buy it, boom, you get a commission. That's it. Very simple. Is it easy? Hell no, it's not easy. It's hard to build an audience. It's hard to get people knowing you and liking you and actually seeing if you're full of shit or not, right? But if you can convey to your people and be authentic, because when I do these chats, a lot of people say to me, well, Phil, the reason why I asked them, why did you pick me? What was it about me and by the way, that's researching your audience. And I ask them that, and they say, well, you seem to be like a regular guy. You seem to be like somebody I can sit and talk to about it. And it doesn't seem like you're going to tell me or sell me, a bridge in Brooklyn, right? So hopefully I answered your question, but sometimes I get into a rant, but it excites me to tell you these things. When you ask me these questions, I get excited to talk about them because look, people need to know. People need to know that this is not hard, right? You just got to have the will and learn and just be a reporter on what you're doing and report to people that this is fun. This is something that you can actually do no matter what niche you're in,
Yeah.
I mean, you could be selling widgets to anybody as long as
Yeah.
they're excited about it.
Well, you pointed that out earlier too. I don't know if anybody caught it, but just about the passion that you had when you were talking, and people just kind of that's more contagious than knowing everything, is making it fun. People will, people don't need all the information, especially not all up front. So you don't have to put pressure on yourself to give them everything. You're just giving them the information we call it edutainment. It's a bit of education. You're informing them about something as well as making it somewhat entertaining. That doesn't mean you have to dance or whatever. It's just that it's a vibe. You don't take yourself too seriously. You're going live, or you're shooting a video on your phone, or you're writing an email. It doesn't need to sound like it's coming out of a government press room. It's relaxed. The more relaxed I've become in my content, the more successful I've been. Uh, in the 3 years or 2 years in some change that you've been doing this, approximately, just for credibility, just for my curiosity, and it obviously there's going to be expenses here, unless you know that too. Approximately how much money have you made in this business overall? Hundreds of thousands? I mean, you said you're not a millionaire.
No, I've made hundreds of thousands. Yes.
Yeah. So hundreds of thousands between 2 and 3 years, or coming up on 3 years. Is that your timeline roughly?
Yeah. June of 2021. So yeah.
Okay.
Almost 4. Yeah. 3.5.
So, I mean, is it worth it and also, do you consider yourself, Phil, are you average? Are you extraordinary? Because I mean, one of the things that we're supposed to do when we talk about also success stories is we're supposed to talk about, at least this is my understanding. We're always learning about this stuff. We're trying to hire the best compliance people and attorneys, but the bottom line here is that, this kind of disclaimer has always been used. These results aren't typical. So what is not typical about you? Because you know what I mean? It's like, what's so special about you that has allowed you to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, where the average person, doesn't make hundreds of thousands? And how do we make sense of average results? Is that just what we just settle with, which is just, hey, most people just make no money? What comes up for you around this conversation of what you've made? And then what if somebody says to you, Phil, well, you're extraordinary? That's not right. Are you? Am I? I don't know. What comes up?
Here's the way I answer that. I have to believe that, like, when I started this and I saw other people making lots of money and they're just average, ordinary people, my life, I never wanted to be average, because average is boring to me. I don't want to be average. I was always the kid with the Think and Grow Rich book in my back pocket, just wanting that opportunity. I was looking for a vehicle my whole life to get me to where I wanted to be. I've always been told or read that if I want to be great, I got to do great things. If I want to follow great people, you got to surround yourself with great people. Because if I hang around with people that are miserable and you're gonna, misery loves company. All that stuff rubs off. You're hanging around in a campfire with neighbors that are like, man, I hate my job. You know, I'm never going to retire. I'm always going to have a car payment. All of that crap is just like Debbie Downers to me. I want to sit with people that are great, that are talking about their future, that are talking about this is where I want to go. This is how I'm going to get there. Well, come along with me, right? Everything's in a rearview mirror that you didn't want to see, right? All that crap's in the rearview mirror. For me, what makes me better than others is that I have a will to win. I have a will to win. I know that hard work works. I also know that if I quit, I'm never going to win, right? I didn't make money for 3 months, right? There's ebbs and flows in this business. I made lots of money, didn't make money at all. Made lots of money, didn't make money at all. How do you, what keeps you as a leader or a winner in this business is when you survive the lows, because nobody knows you or knows what you're going through in the lows, right? You can certainly put that out there, but when you survive a business like this, when you're going through the ebbs and the flows, that weeds out the people who don't have the galloons, as my grandmother called them, to go through this and really be an entrepreneur. People don't understand what entrepreneurism requires a person to be. And then once they find out, it's that Maslow's journey, right? That whole thing of getting into the valley of despair. When you get into that valley of despair and you're like, well, I thought it was great, and now I'm really learning what really needs to happen to get to where I want to be. Holy crap, you mean I got to learn how to build a funnel? You mean I got to post every day? Oh my God, this is getting a little harder. I'm not getting any followers. I've been doing this for 3 weeks. I haven't made a dime. What the hell?
Oh.
Right? So you gotta have in your brain your goals in front of you and what you expect from yourself. You got to believe in the product, you got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe that if you can convey to people, and if you're just being you, things will eventually happen for you. Just don't quit. You quit before the magic happens. You stop digging before you hit the goal. All of those cliches, and they are cliches, but they're true, right?
Yeah.
They're true. There's a reason why they're out there. They're so true.
No doubt. I mean, things have not been repeated because they don't work or they're not, So look, man, I mean, it's awesome to hear you. I'm so glad that you stuck. I mean, do you see yourself doing this for the next, I mean, where are you going with all of this? I mean, is this something that you see yourself doing until a certain time? Do you see yourself retiring from this? Do you feel the need you need to retire from this? I mean, we've talked a lot about kind of the past and the present. What about your future?
Yeah, my future. I mean, I have a plan for everything. So mostly, right, until the plan changes, because life will hit you right and slap right in the face, and then your plan changes. But as an entrepreneur, you got to learn how to pivot, right? When some people get stuck in a situation, they just end everything. But for me, as a future, man, I just love this stuff. I really love what the passion for me is being able to get on a call with somebody or sit and talk on a live and explain to them how things work, just teaching people and getting the doubt out of people's heads that, if I can get them past all of the bullshit that they're talking themselves out of, because so many people, talk themselves out of very good opportunities, or talk themselves out of very good decisions that they can't make in their lives. Being a good entrepreneur is making decisions and making them quickly, right? So a lot of people just, I love to teach people. I love to convey to people that this works. Most people that I talk to feel the excitement, are ready to go. And then, a week later, 2 weeks later, they don't do anything. And then I get back with them and I talk to them. How's it going? What can I do to help you? Just haven't started yet. Life gets in the way. Okay. But that's why 1% of people make it, right? That's why the statistics are so low, because you gotta have, people don't make that original decision in the beginning. When it starts in the beginning of making the decision of, am I going to do this or am I not going to do this? All right. I tell people in my chats, I'm like, look, there's one thing, the first thing before you do anything in this business, you decide, am I going to do this and go all in, or am I just not going to do this? Because if you just get in the middle there and say, well, I'm going to try it. If it works, I'm going to stick with it, or, all that kind of crap. You just try it, you're going to fail, because you can't just try something, right? Go all in. When you're going all in, wait, I gave myself a year, right? I go by the five rules, of, and like I call it the 5 rules of engagement, where you have to have 5 ones. I'm sorry, it's called the 5 ones. You have to have 1 target audience, 1 product to promote, 1 traffic source, 1 conversion tool, and do it for 1 year. And I committed to 1 year. I told my wife, Heather, I told my wife, hey, I want to do this thing. It's $2,500 for me to learn it. She's like, well, I went to college. I don't use my degree. I spent $40,000 on college. Go for it. If you're going to learn these skills, go for it. Well, then I said, well, I already bought it. So I'm going to do it. Are you okay? Just give me 1 year. She says, yeah, I'm behind you. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. So I made that decision. I made the commitment. And in my mind, I was there. And I told her, whether I make money or not, that's the commitment I had to make. Because I can't, you see people making money quickly, whatever they're doing, whatever niche they're in. But then there are people that, like me, I didn't make money for 3 months. And then after that, I still didn't make money, but the momentum was happening and it started working for me. But I gave it a year. And then within that year, I was doing it part-time, made hundreds of thousands of dollars. And, it was exciting to be able to convey that to people and teach them that this stuff works and you can do it too. There's a lot of people that say you can do it too, but not everybody can do this, right? Not everybody has the will and the what's needed to actually create an income online. It's not for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the things that you mentioned are the intangibles, which is the things that are exactly what we teach, or why we released the brand new Confidence Challenge. Want to just kind of plug that real quick for those of you who are, saying to yourself, hey, can I do this, or is this for me? I just challenge you to understand that, as Phil talked about, I think you illustrated this wonderfully. Sometimes you've got your marketing skills, which are the tip of the iceberg, and then you've got the rest of the iceberg down below the water that you never see, but it's still a huge part of the iceberg, and that's the mental dynamics and the emotional dynamics of how do I actually persevere through the times of boredom or low dopamine or depression or desperation. You're going to feel all of these things. These are things that you're going to have to expect and welcome. And also look at this as a bigger project than just about money. If you do, it'll be that much more important to you, because if you look at this as I am not only going to make the money, but I'm going to become the person who can earn the money and then keep the money, man, now all of a sudden, in part of that is developing your confidence. If you develop your confidence, you can do anything in life. It's not just about internet marketing. I mean, if you develop your confidence, you could go speak in front of on stages, let alone just put up a couple of videos or write an email on the internet. I mean, some of you are dadgum afraid of what your Uncle Frank's going to say or something, or you got to really get out of your own way. Some of you are in between that. You've got some momentum, but you still are dealing with your imposter syndrome. And to break through that, going through this confidence challenge would be that icebreaker for you to say, hey, what is my limiting belief that's holding me back from going to the next level? Maybe it's something from your childhood. Maybe it's something not as deep as that. But either way, you gain awareness around these things, and that's how you grow. You say, oh, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to stop saying I can't afford that. And that was just a huge change that I made in my psychology, just in the way I spoke. I just stopped saying I can't afford that. I haven't said that in 15 years, Phil.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that it wouldn't be intelligent for me to buy. I either don't have the cash now, or,
how can I buy it?
I never say I can't afford it. Something that I'm telling you, it's almost like a thing I'm militant about. Like, I never say it. And that was just one of the things, because I don't want to contaminate my mindset. It's that important. It's that delicate that I want to be careful about things that I say to myself. And I got to be that careful about everything, because any little negative self-talk that I let in. Now, this is just one example of developing your confidence. I address this in the confidence challenge. And so take that challenge. You can go to legendarymarketer.com/enroll, or if you're watching this somewhere else, you can click a link that somebody shared with you. We do have affiliates. Phil's one of them for our confidence challenge and our other products. We appreciate your support. And we love to make money with you, and we love to change lives with you. Bill, what would you leave people with today in terms of looking at 2025, man? Trump just got elected. Bitcoin's about to hit $100,000. What else is going on? I mean, rates are coming back down. The internet seems like it's here to stay. I don't know. Facebook seems like it's here to stay. I don't know. What do you see, man? I mean, what do people need to be realizing, waking up to, and thinking about here?
Love the question. And here's a good answer that I believe will help people. And I say this a lot in my lives, and I say this to people that I chat with. And I truly believe this with my whole heart, that we live in a world today. Put it this way. We are so lucky to be living in a time where we can get online for free. We can get software to monetize, to automate our business for free. We can learn skills from a workshop or a course that will teach us skills to make extra money, to be able to convey to people information that you have knowledge of, right? We can certainly promote and market other people's products online for very little cost, because we live in a world within the next 10 years. Let me tell you, within the next 10 years, the 9-to-5 job is slowly going away. Your digital footprint, which means your Instagram handle, your TikTok handle, your LinkedIn handle, all of that is your digital footprint. That's what you're going to be. Is going to be your resume. People need to understand that if you are, this is a world of attraction, right? If we can attract the right people to the audience of people to our world, that we convey to people. I think that people need to understand that you can certainly change your life in ways that you never thought possible. And we all need to take advantage of this digital world. People don't understand or don't feel that they can do this. And that's fine. Knowledge is power. Getting the knowledge of what needs to be in your brain to do this is, knowledge before implementation is huge. You got to know how to do this stuff before you do it. There's so many people out there that you see that do this business and make no money, and they say, I just did, that person made $1 million last year, and I did the exact same type of video. I have the same everything, and how come I didn't get any views? And how come? Well, first of all, you got to know how to market. Most people don't know how to market. People are buying products and selling products and buying products and selling products, not even reading it. I was one of those. And trying to sell it. And if you don't know how to sell something, you ain't going to make any money. Or if you don't know how to attract an audience, or if you don't know how to create content, or if you don't know how to be confident in what you're doing, these are skills that you need to learn. And it's not like you're going to school for 4 years and paying $100,000 to do it. So my final say here is, look, if you're stuck on a fence on learning to make money online, or learning to sell your skill, or learning to be an affiliate for a company, or learning to just create a product of your own, now's the time. 2025 is going to be huge for people. No matter how old you are, if you're a young person learning these, most young people kind of understand that, hell yeah, I'm getting in. Older people, my age range, Dave, of course, he's close to my age range, need a little more push, need a little more convincing, need a little more persuasion and knowledge. It's hard to get past some of the traditional thinking of a lot of people. And if you can convey that to people with what you know, and you can be able to speak to your audience in a way that they believe you and understand you, and be very authentic in your content, the only way is up. The only way is up.
Yeah, for sure, man. You may not know what's going to happen, but it's going to be interesting, exciting, and likely.
I'm excited. I can't wait for 2025. A lot of people are like, well, I'll wait till June 1st. I'll wait, or January 1st. I'll wait till 2025 to start. What? Start now. Get your business up and running, right? Get all the bad stuff out of the way. Fail a lot.
Yeah.
By 2025, at least you'll have the knowledge and the momentum to start going. So yeah, get started now.
Yep. Cool, man. All right, man. Well, hey, great show. Great to chat. Great to
I love talking to you.
as always, man. And have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving. My best to your family. So happy that your family is safe, healthy, and your kiddos are great. Really, I know that's everything to you, buddy. So, and at the end of the day, that's all that, man. Thank you. All right, brother. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye. All right, my friends, you can find and follow Phil over at Phil Koberger on Instagram. Phil, PHIL.Koberger, COHBERGER, Phil.Koberger. My friends, it's a beautiful Friday, and the Friday leading into Thanksgiving week, you've got an awesome opportunity here to set yourself up for a good end of the year, some momentum, a great 2025. You heard it here first from Phil this morning about what it takes. This was an episode full of lots of golden experience nuggets. So hopefully you have listened, and you have learned, and you will act. Most importantly, just realizing that you can do it, that everybody struggles with limiting beliefs, and that sometimes the things that happen in your life, like Phil's losing of his job and so forth, those curses are really gifts. So, my friends, start your education now. You can go to legendarymarketer.com/enroll and start our challenge. If you've never taken any of our challenges, you can take our Learn, Launch, Lead challenge, learn about the business and marketing models that we teach to make money online. You can also find our confidence challenge at that link, our business blueprints, our masterminds, which we are doing in Austin, Texas on January 31st through February 2nd. We've got a mastermind. Meet us there. Grab your ticket at legendarymarketer.com/enroll. Same link for everything. And if you would like an accountability coaching call, okay, to help you with your accountability, actually sticking with your goals and your plans and implementing the information that you're learning, we'll give you a free accountability coaching call. We'll tell you about our accountability coaching program, but this call is geared towards both helping you just to wrap your head around some accountability strategies, telling you what's working for our clients, what's worked for us. And then, of course, if you want to work with us, you can. If not, hey, every interaction we strive to make as valuable as possible. And so you can email me personally at dave@legendarymarketer.com. Just put in the subject line the word accountability. We'll CC in our accountability coach, Bonnie. She'll have a conversation with you, free call, and just give you as much value as we can, she can, about how you can be more accountable to yourself, to your business, to get more results. So you can implement this information that you're learning and not just keep it inside your head and overthink everything, but get into action. Getting into action, taking action, it's a muscle. You got to build it. It's okay to have a trainer. We can help you with that. So reach out. Send me an email, dave@legendarymarketer.com with the word accountability in the subject line, and I'll hook you up with Bonnie, and you guys can find a time to set up a call via email. All right, my friends, this is for Phil. Boom, my boy, my buddy. Great episode this morning. Find Phil over on Instagram at phil.koberger. And we will see you all back here on Monday. We've got a summit going on. One last thing on Monday. And if you want to take part in that summit from the comfort of your home, you can go to legendarymarketer.com/summit, SUMMIT, legendarymarketer.com/summit. And you can attend that training on Monday. It's a live training, affordable. Anybody can access it. So meet us there on Monday. It's going to be a powerful day of training. And I can't wait to see you there. I'll be hosting. All right, my friends, we will see you back here on Monday, and have a fantastic Friday and weekend. Get out of here. Be great. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the love and the support and attending and the comments and all the things. Have a great day. Get out of here. Peace.